Walsh. I play for the Matildas, striker.
And thanks for coming down to Sport for Women Day, Sarah. Why do you think it's important to support initiatives like this?
I think it's very important, and I think it's important for the athletes to get involved because, I mean, we were these girls at one stage, and to see the turnout today is pretty exciting that there's so many females playing sport. But I do think it's important for us to be involved because without role models for these girls, I guess they don't really have too much to aspire to. And I think those things are very important, and that Sport Hydrant have got behind this and created a day like this. It's pretty good.
And speaking of role models, how important is it for these young girls to see women's sport on television?
It's very important. I mean, a lot of girls, especially in Sydney, are growing up watching rugby league, and you know, I don't know how much control we actually have over that, but I think if we increase the awareness, I guess with days like today, and the girls can interact with their role models and be able to be exposed to that a lot more, I think it's great. But I mean, moving forward, we do need to, I guess, like you said, increase the awareness through the media. So I mean, we're making small steps. But
yeah, you would see down here in Canberra United get a lot of attention from the Canberra Times. You know, what's lacking in, say, Sydney, where you play with the media? Why isn't that happening up there, do you think?
To be honest, I think, you know, we have a little more competition than you do in Canberra. You know, we're fighting not only with you know, the rugby league and the AFL. You know, I don't feel like the female sports work together. I feel like Sydney FC could probably work together with the Sydney Swifts, and yeah, that could just work a lot better if we all work together. But yeah, it's a little more congested up there, and I think we're all vying for a few more positions up there.
And in terms of what's happening with the W League at the moment, there's been a lot of talk from the A-League clubs about ditching their W League sides. What do you have to say to that?
I mean, yeah, I don't really know too much to comment, but from what you read in the paper, I don't know if they're the true opinions and thoughts of the A-League bosses. And I mean, and it's only a couple, so I can speak for Sydney FC when I say that they hugely support the women, and our budget has increased, which proves that. So I think that, you know, it might be one or two clubs, but overall I think that as a business, these clubs see the potential in women's football, and you only have to look at the numbers increasing to see that. So from a business perspective, you know, it's silly to ignore that much of the market.
And I know it's probably not going to happen, but how would it affect you and other players and the potential for the game if there was no W League?
Yeah, it'd be a really sad thing. I feel like we'd, after taking 5 steps forward over the last 10 years, I feel like we'd be taking 10 back, and it'd be pretty heartbreaking to see that happen. And I mean, everybody talks about what it's done for the Matildas, and it's increased our depth. And if you look at, I think you could easily say there's at least 30% of the Matildas have been are a product of the W League, and you know, the likes of Caitlin Ford, and I feel like it's a place in a safe environment for them to be able to hone their skills and improve before they do head overseas. Yep. I support Sport for Women Day because I just think it's a great initiative. I also think it's a great opportunity for us sportswomen to get together. We have so much in common, and really only get to spend a lot of time, you know, at a tournament like in the Olympics or something like that. But I think that you know, they understand what women go through to you know, to get to the top. And I think someone used the word time poor, and I think that's. I think it's important for people to understand what female sports people go through, and I just think that Sports for Women Day kind of captures that, and everybody out there can you know, get together and celebrate, you know, what we do.
There are places on this planet that are beautiful beyond description. Places that are undeniably worth crossing the globe to experience firsthand, and which offer moments and memories as rich reward for those who do. But for a privileged few, the journey is even more valuable. For Australians, it is a journey to discover home. Use the world-first technology on this DVD-ROM to explore an Australia you barely knew existed. And from there, take yourself to see it for